Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aakriti. I haven't posted a video in a long time because I have been a little lazy. Not even busy, but lazy. But I have a few ideas, so I am going to try and make videos more frequently. So hi after a long time. Again in this video today I'm going to review another book that I finished. Well, I finished this book a month ago and I have been thinking about this book since then a lot. That is how this book sent me into a very deep trance. So this book touched my heart and I have to recommend this whole series because I love it. So the book I'm going to talk about here is the third part of Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which is Before Your Memory Fades. And I love this book. This book shred my heart into pieces because I am someone who is very afraid of death and who is always afraid of I'm always afraid of my loved ones, the death of my loved ones, not even mine but the loved ones. And this book talks exactly about that, like, because death is something which is very irreversible. It's a very irreversible change. You cannot bring a dead person back to life. And like, you sometimes are always, if someone you love dies, you're always left wondering that what could I have done differently, or what was their time with me worth it, and you always have something to wonder about if they die. I hope nobody's loved ones die, but yeah, that is a very sad thing. So this book talks about that, and especially the ending. So okay, first of all, I'm going to give you a summary, and after that I'm going to tell you everything that is different, because, and I swear you have to read this whole series, because this series has 5 parts and I've read 3 parts and I'm already deep in love with the series and I cannot wait to try the 4th and 5th part. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the summary now. So the summary, the summary is basically everything's same. There is a cafe, and the cafe is very old, and there is a chair, a very mysterious chair in the cafe where a ghost is always sitting. And in that chair, when the ghost, every once a day, you don't know the time, so the ghost gets up and uses the washroom, and while he uses the washroom, if somebody sits on that chair and a specific coffee is poured by a specific character, by a specific worker in the cafe, they can travel to the past or the future. And the condition is that whatever you do, you cannot change the present no matter what. If somebody is dead, you cannot prevent their death. If you are broken up, you cannot patch up, or you just cannot change the present. The present circumstances will remain the same. So there are a lot of rules, and one of the, of course, very prominent rule is before the coffee gets cold. You have to drink the coffee before it gets cold, otherwise you won't be able to come back to the present. So this is, of course, the book's name is Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and a very interesting name, in fact. So yeah, these are the rules, and there are a lot of more rules which I won't disclose right now. You have to read all the rules and the stories. One day in college, we were discussing about it in my friend group, and one of the persons said that I find this book very repetitive. And like, my other friend, who is also a big fan, she has read the first book and she is a big fan of this series. So they actually had a debate, because she was like, no, this book is not repetitive. And I agree. See, this thing is repetitive, that you go into the present, into the past or the future. That thing is very repetitive, I know. But the stories, the feelings, the things you learn from these stories cannot be repetitive, because every book dives deep into different emotion. Every book has 4 stories, and all the 4 stories dive into different characters, different emotion, different stories, different situations. And I think this book has a lot to teach to you about relationships with your parents, with your friends, with your partners, with kids, everyone. And I think it tells that anything can happen in life. So always, the biggest thing is, anything can happen in life. Life is very uncertain. So just, never have any regrets. Never have any regrets, even either in relationships with everyone. And you get it, right? Yeah, so the different thing in this book is, this third volume of the book, is that there is a different location, and a lot, because there is a different location, there is a cafe okay, but in the first and second book, but in the third book, actually I have very difficulty in remembering the names, because these are Chinese, Japanese, sorry, oh my god, I'm not a racist, let me clear that. But okay, so yeah, these are all Japanese names, and it is very difficult to remember the Japanese names, which is a good thing, because I'll show it to you from the far away. Every book has a character mind map. Every book has a character mind map, and that thing is brilliant, because for someone like me who has a memory of a fish, this character mind map really helps me to know that it's because you imagine characters in your mind. So which character was this one? No, this was the name of that character, and then all this really helps. So hats off to the author who actually thought of mind maps, because this was really needed. Yeah, so the cafe is in another location. So apparently there's another cafe, and different characters, and very different storylines. And this book also has a lot of relationships which have been started from school or from college, kind of like the relations, the connections built in the prime time, because I feel like college and school are the prime time of your life, because that is when you meet so many people, you learn. Because when you after college, when you go to jobs, I think it is a very hustle place, it's a lot of hassle, because like I'm in first year of college right now. So yeah, so I can only imagine it might be a very much hassle. So yeah, so I feel like this book has a lot of relations and a lot of connections that were built in the prime time of one's life, which is school and college, which was also very nice to think, because I'm myself in college, and it's good to think. So that is why, what if something like that happens with me or with someone else who I know? So this book is a very great thing to read, and to think about, to relate. And the ending left me in tears. I remember I ended this book at I think 1 o'clock at night, and I was sobbing out loud. I was actually crying out loud. I was wailing, because the ending, see, when you read the ending, you might not cry, but when you keep thinking about it, when you think about the ending, it leaves you in such tears. I cannot even emphasize it enough. And the ending was, hats off, the ending was very good. And the whole book, everything, how everything is planned, how the words that the author used here really cut your heart, so it really slit your heart and made you think about a lot of things. And I really recommend this whole series, because with every book I read, I fall more and more in love with this series. And this 5-part series, I hope there are more parts, because like for some reason I am kind of afraid to finish this series, because like, what am I gonna do then? I have 4th book with me right now, so I might start reading it, because I've been trying to read other books, but man, I'm not able to read it. Like, for some reason, I'm just not getting my interest in not building up. So I thought I'm gonna read the 4th part of this book and get soon with the review of that book. But for now, I think I am definitely going to rate this book 8.5 out of 10. I think I'm going to rate this 8.5 out of 10. The scenery, the words, everything was amazing and very interesting to read, and also a bit easy to follow. So it's not like hardcore literature, classic literature, but it was a very contemporary story, and I loved it. I really loved it. The characters, the personalities of the characters, the diversity. I think this book has almost almost everything that we are looking for, and you definitely should read Before the Coffee Gets Cold, the 2nd part, and this, the 3rd part, Before Your Memory Fades. So let me know which other book you want me to read, and I will read that, and I will also give you a review of that. If you want me to review any movie or any series, just let me know in the comments down below. Please let me know about your thoughts and your opinions and your views about this book, and I will come with the next video very, very soon. But till then, please subscribe my channel, please share it, and help me grow, your fellow college English honors student. Please help me grow, okay? Well, thank you. Bye.